everybody, welcome to Elisa's Art Room. Today is Stencil Sunday. We're going to be doing some Essential Stencil projects. Y'all come in, say hi, let me know you're here. Let me get you guys pulled up on my devices so I can see the chat. I've been running around too much, I'm out of breath. Hey Dawn, you gonna stay awake today? I hope I can stay awake today. Let's see if I can find this. Turn my volume down. Yep. All right. I think I get out of breath more than I used to. It just seems that way. I really wasn't doing that much, but just trying to get ready for the live and running around. Okay, there is my phone. Hey, Angela. Oh my goodness, I have too much stuff on my desk. No place for my phone to sit. All right, there you go. All right, I got one. Let's see if we can get this Kindle up. I need to get a new iPad soon so I can have a bigger screen for my viewing. The phone is too little. All right, who else is on here? I see Dawn and Angela. Okay, so today we're going to be doing, well, we're kind of doing an upcycling project. Even though that wasn't really my intention, it's kind of turned into that. There is an upcycling thing going on right now with Essential Stencil. I haven't joined yet. I need to do it. I've been so crazy at this house and just stuff's too crazy right now. But there is a group that you can join, and I will put the link in the comments or something, or I'll just make a separate post. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But I need to talk to them because I still have some questions on it and I'm not quite understanding. But in a nutshell, they have a group that you can join, a special Facebook group, where you share upcycling ideas that you've done with your stencils from Essential Stencil. And it's from February 9th, so it already started, to February 23rd. So you have plenty of time. They have winners. There's going to be 3 top entries. I'm looking at my notes. 3 top entries that will get $100 shopping sprees. And then there's some sort of a 20% coupon. I don't understand it yet. I assume it's to buy stencils on that group. So I will have to figure out the details better because I just don't understand them quite right. But the project we're going to be doing today is kind of an example of what you can do using your stencils and stuff that you would just normally throw away, packaging or papers and bags that are from other things. So you'll see what I mean. It's not using a whole lot of that, but it is using some. Okay, so that is our project today. We're going to do a little mushroom fairy bee kind of page for my nature journal that I've been working on, which is this. I'm sure most of you have seen it. So it's a 3 signature nature journal, and I've got an idea for that. So that's what we're going to be doing. Y'all have to come in, say hi, let me know you're here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this camera up top so we can get started. Hopefully I've got everything else I need. Okay, so give me 1 second. I'll try not to make you too dizzy doing the switch. Make sure I'm in the right direction. Okay, how's my grid? I'll try to get it straight. It's not terrible. Let's see which way. This way? This way. Okay. We're out of focus again now. This focus, I'm having the worst trouble with this focus lately. I'm going to double click it real quick. Hold on. Switch. Oh, it's not switching. There it goes. There. I found if I flip the camera, it seems to work. most of the time. Not always. All right, so these are the two I know I'm going to be using today. I don't know if I'll pull any others. I may pull some of the butterflies from some of the other stencil transfer things that we have. I'm not sure. So this is the Fairies and Mushroom pattern. This just came back in stock, so that's awesome because it's cute. Remember, if you guys need to purchase stencils, use my code ARTROOM. You'll get 10% off with your purchase of anything on Essential Stencil, whether it be stencils, brushes, transfers, whatever. Okay. Hey, Connie. So we're going to use this, and this one, I love the bees on this one. So they've done a couple of bees before, but these bees I particularly like a little bit better. Especially, I really like these sideways ones. I think they look very realistic. So we're going to be using this, and we're going to be using just some packaging, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with packaging. And I think I'm going to use just some paper from this bag. I was trying to find just some craft paper that I had from something that I was going to throw away, and I found that, so I think I'm going to use that. All right, so let's see. Step one, we need to figure out our page, which I think I've already done, but we'll talk about it. So this journal is a commission for Dawn, who's in the chat. So if you hear me asking her questions specifically, that is why, because it is hers. She's already bought it. All right, so I think the one that's the thinnest, this one's getting really thick. I've put a lot in this one for whatever reason. That always seems to happen. This one's still very thin, so we're going to use this one, and this one's kind of medium. These are just my signatures that are in here. And so I tried to go through and find a good page, and I think I like this page. It's very natural looking. This is done with egg carton and distress sprays. This is a Stencil of the Month Club stencil, I believe. Let me look. Yeah, it's one of the Stencil of the Month Club stencils from February 24. But this was done with egg cartons, believe it or not. Save your egg cartons. Also another recycling thing. I save little bits and pieces from all kinds of things. So we'll talk about that just a little bit since we are talking recycling kind of today. Pieces of corrugated cardboard. You can peel off one side, okay, and you end up with ridges like this. Great for making lines to write on or just for texture. This is the center of a piece from like IKEA, I think. It was in some packaging I bought, but it's very honeycomb-like. I use this for stamping honeycombs. Sometimes you can leave little bits of the paper on to even add to the effect. This egg carton, I use this for stamping just little kind of, dots, which are on here, like here. Okay. Other things, what else do I have in here? I use this for embossing. You can kind of stencil through it, but it's not perfect. It has to be the thicker one, not the, there's one that's more papery or more thin plastic. I don't know how to explain it. It has to be this thicker mesh. That works really well. Things you get, this was from Rock Candy. I use it to make dots, all kinds of things that you would normally throw away that you can use to create with. And this has all my egg carton ones, I think. Yeah, different kinds of mesh. So this is what the mesh bag looks like. Comes in, I see it in black and white different times. But this is the egg carton. Okay, just a piece of egg carton, and I just ink the bottom of the egg carton with my distress inks. So that one happens to be, I colored these. This one is peeled paint. I keep them in the right colors, that way it doesn't contaminate, because you can't wash them obviously. But so that's peeled paint, and all I do is I just put it on like this. Okay, get a good coat on there. I'm just going to show you on a piece of paper real quick. Okay, and depending on how much ink, or you can spritz these with water. I wouldn't go too crazy though, because it is very susceptible to water. But anyway, you get shapes like that. And then I have these, like I said, in all different colors, and I just color code them. But you get different shapes from different types of packaging, so save your packaging and look at it. Now I do, when I use the egg ones, I do try to make sure that there's no like raw egg in them, and I get clean ones ideally, so you don't, you know, don't mess around with salmonella or nothing. But, and then just keep them for when you need them. I might actually use this one today. I might leave that out. Okay, I know that was in there somehow. I think it was over there. Was this here? Try to put things back so I can find them next time. But you get the idea. So that's how I made that paper. And then, you know, sprays and stuff. Okay, let's see. I'll leave that one out. I think that's the only one I'll leave out. Okay. Just moving this out of my way. Hey, Dorothy. All right, so this is my page. I just marked it. And we are going to decorate this page with a journaling card of some sort. I have a couple that I did ahead of time, but I'm going to show you how to do them. So this is just the cracker packaging, this one in particular, because that's the one I eat all the time. And I'm going to show you how I got that. This side I stenciled with some other stencils. I think. I'm trying to remember where that honeycomb was from. That one might be an Essential Stencil one. I think the honeycomb was an Essential Stencil one. These dragonflies were not, but we did get some dragonflies in that new door hanger stencil. Has some dragonflies. And before we didn't have any really good ones. So now there are some options. But this was before I had that. So I'm going to set this aside because this is going to be a background. I'm basically going to add our project to this page, and then I'm thinking I might attach it so that it folds over. That's kind of what I'm thinking. This side I'm going to use to write on with our, not write on, but stencil on with the saying on here. This is a really cute saying on it. So you got a whole page of mushrooms, different kinds of mushrooms, and then you've got this saying, this quote by Erin Hansen. But what if I fall? Oh, but my darling, what if you fly? So we're going to put that over here, and then this page. Okay, so that's kind of it in a nutshell. We're going to use these little fairies. Not exactly like it is on there. I'll play with it a little bit. So I'm going to move. Well, you know, we'll just go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and do the saying first. We'll get that out of the way because that one's easy. Let me grab that again. And I'm just using inks today. You could use acrylic paint. That is fine. It will work perfectly well on your journal. But I'm going to use ink. Get to that in a second. So let me grab my ink. I think I'm going to use archival. I think I'm going to use the, why don't I use green? I kind of do want to stick with the greens, I think. Let me grab the, I've got one called, I think, potted fern or something like that. That might be what I used there. I don't remember, honestly. Probably is. So, archival ink. And I just need to make sure I can see this line where my signature gets folded in so that I don't get it stuck in there, because this will be sewed in later. Just for convenience sake, I'm just going to mark it with this chalk pencil. Just enough that I can see where it is, because it's really hard to see. All right, we'll move that there. This was an Essential stencil. I use the stencils a lot in my journals. They're just so handy. All right, so we're going to put this on. It just barely fits. Actually, I'm seeing too much stuff behind it, so let me pull all this. Gosh, I can't see that line at all. Let me switch colors. Brown, maybe. Let's do brown. Blend it in a little too much. We'll just do brown. Now I can see it. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of center this. I'm coming far over here because I try not to get too close to the signature where it sews in, just because sometimes it gets bulky and you can't quite open it flat. All right, so we're just going to do this, I think, right there. And I may add, I'm not going to do that butterfly. I think I'll keep these. Let me get my tape. I think I'm going to use my low tack tape. So I've got some low tack tape. You can use your blue tape. If you do, I would fuzz it on your clothes first, just so it doesn't stick to your paper. If you're going off your paper, don't waste your low tack tape. Use your paint tape. But whenever you're on your paper, I would suggest, let's see if that's going to stay. It might move on me. Let me defuzz this real quick. I always say defuzz, it's fuzzing. It's just basically you're putting a little bit of fuzz on there so it's not as sticky. All right, am I close enough? Let me zoom in just a fraction. Just a little. Hopefully it's in focus. It looks like it is. Okay, and like I said, I'm going to use archival. So you can use these little pouncy things. They work fine for archival. You can also use one of these little makeup brushes. These type of makeup brushes. They're great. I have one of these with an archival piece of tape on it. That's pink, but I think I already washed it. Let's see if I have another one. I grab these anytime I see them at Dollar Tree, so I have enough. All right, we will use, I said that was pink. Is this the other one? Yeah, that's my generic archival one. The pink one, sometimes pinks are harder to get out. I don't know why, but they are. All right, so if you're using the brush, okay, you just swirl it on there. You don't really have to offload or anything when doing this. I do want to cover that one butterfly though. Let me do that real quick. This is just, it's not quite hitting in the right spot. Don't want to hit it. So that's what that looks like. And if you use the sponge, you just need to kind of usually pounce. Sponges can catch little edges easier than the brush does, it seems, but both will work almost identical. Okay, so it just depends on what you have and what you're comfortable with. I like the brushes for some reason. I've got like a tag under there or something on the other side. Sometimes if you have things underneath on your other pages, it will cause a little line. So do be aware of that. It doesn't seem to be affecting the words too much. So yeah, y'all, I'll get you that link for the recycling challenge. upcycling, recycling. I think they're calling it upcycling, but I'm not 100% sure. And y'all can check that out. I think I'm debating on using a little different color on those butterflies. I've got a little bit of green on his tips, but that's okay. I might use a little different color on those stars. Don't have to, you could use the same color, but I've got lots of colors, so let's play with it. I'll try to get close there. So I'm thinking maybe that butt looks a little thin. Just trying to make sure I have a good coating. Okay, I think that's good. So let me look at my other colors. I'm thinking I have like a yellow. It won't be, I don't have a lot of archival colors, but I can still use just some inks. So distress inks. Let's see, what would be pretty? I know I have like I do have a yellow for the stars. Let me grab a, it's not archival. It's probably even oxide, but that's okay. Let's do, I think mustard seed will show the best. Now I could use acrylic paint and make them gold. I might do that. I might make them gold. Let's make them gold. I'll make them pretty. Not going to be a lot of golds in this page, but that's okay. It'll be fine. But what do I want to do with that butterfly? Pinks, purples. Trying to think of a color that will look good with this green. Pink. Let me look at my color wheel. Reds. Red to purple. Let's go with, we'll go with this purple and see what it does. I don't use a lot of purple, honestly. This one is called Wilted Violet. I'm just going to give these butterflies a little more color, and it's going to blend in with that green a little bit because I already hit it. I'm using this because it's a little smaller and I can get in the details better. That's not bad. All right. Maybe I'll add some pink to this one. We'll do the purple at the top. And then maybe this Kitsch Flamingo. I think that's what this is. Yeah. Where's a piece of tape? These stars are really close. I put a little bit of that on there. Okay. That's good, I think. I think I'm good with that. That goes back in there. All right, stars. What do I have on this screen? Excuse my note taking. If I'm not planning on washing something in between, because archivals can't be washed with just water. Well, they can, but you have to use a soap. I'm just going to put this green label on here just so I know it's green right now. That way I can use it again if I need to. Okay, so gold stars. Let's grab a pretty gold. I have that DecoArt gold. This is DecoArt Americana Decor Metallics 24 karat gold. And we're just going to use a little bit of this with a wedge. I'm just going to use this little wedge. This is a makeup wedge. Where's that piece of cardboard I was just offloading on? Oh, there it is. So I'm just going to dab in there. This is really thick. So thick. I almost need to add water to it. It's getting too thick. I've had it for years. I mean years. Literally. So I'm just offloading a little bit. And I don't think I'm going to hit that butterfly. This should make these pretty. It's hard to get in there with this thick paint. You could also use a texture paste or something like that if you wanted. I'm not sure I'm going to get into that with Alive right now because it is a little more challenging for drying times. And this is going to take a while to do, so. Hey, Deborah. Hoping these show. Let me take a peek. Yeah, they're showing. Just a little more paint. Like I said, this one is really thick. Thick paint's nice when stenciling, but it's also makes it harder to get through little bitty holes like this. It just doesn't want to go through there. Okay, that's good. If I get this lid back on. All right, you go over there. We're going to dump that in water so I can wash it later. So I've got a container of water sitting aside. And I just throw anything like that in it and I'll wash it later. All right, let's get this offloader over here. Make sure your fingers are clean. Pull that tape off first. And where's my little spatula? No matter what tape I use, I do peel slowly because you always want to just be careful. You don't want to rip your page and then have to completely replace the page in the journal. All right, so there we go. Did I miss part of that? No, okay. It just looks like that. All right, so there is our saying, and I may add more things. I don't know yet, but that looks pretty. Okay, you can see the little gold stars. Here, let me show you. See? They show up, not so much on camera, but they do show up. Make sure that stayed in focus. All right, so for cleaning, just real quick for anyone who's new, for acrylic paints, let me grab something to do this on. I just use a wet microfiber cloth, okay, and just wipe it off. You can use awesome spray and things like that if you want. I rarely find I need more for any of the water-based things. This is archival, so that's not water-based. The pink is, that'll just wipe right off. The pink and the purple. And then the gold, of course, is water-based. Okay, but this is not water-based, so you have to use alcohol on that. So I'm just going to dry that. And I just use little alcohol swabs. Okay, I get mine from Sam's because it's the cheapest place I found to get them. And you just wipe it off. I'd wear gloves if you don't want your fingers dyed, because it's going to go through your alcohol swab and it's going to get all over your fingers. Because that's what happens. Now, usually I do both sides. Can't pick it up. Make sure you are on a surface that you don't care if it gets messed up, because it will transfer through. But typically, most of the time, like even my self-peeling mat, I clean on it all the time. But typically you can just wipe whatever it is off. This is plastic. This is not foam board. I know it looks like foam board. It's not. It's gator board, which is similar to foam core. but it is, now these do snag a lot of times on letters. It's got a plastic coating instead of a paper coating, which makes it very handy for certain crafting. I don't know where you can buy it. We got it through upcycling, basically. It was a sign from some corporate event, and they were tossing it in the trash, and I swiped it. So all right, so there's that one. Let me set that wherever my stencil is. Up there it is. Okay, set these over here. So now we're going to set this aside and we're going to work on our page. Let me try to get this put back together though. See if I can figure it out. Okay, I know this goes underneath and that goes there. Okay. Is that the right way up? Let me double check. Yes. Okay. So we're going to set this aside. And we're going to talk about how to upcycle this into a nice little journaling card. I'm going to zoom back out just a little bit because I'm going to be moving a lot. I don't want to hit it. So, open up your box on the ends. There's always going to be a little piece inside, well, 90% of the time, we'll say, that has a lip. Okay? Find that and just run your finger along it and open it up. Okay, if you're worried about doing that and cutting your finger or something, because you can, it's paper. You know how paper is. Then, you know, just open it with scissors or a knife or something. But that's how I do it. Then I take this whole piece and my handy dandy little X-Acto knife. I rarely take the time to use a ruler with this. I just go down one side, go down the other side. Helps if you don't have something under there. And then I chop my ends off. You can leave this little piece. Sometimes it's handy to attach it if you wanted to attach it that way. I mean, you could. I'm not going to because I think I'm going to use washi. Well, I'm not going to use this piece anyway, probably. I don't know. We'll see. But you could leave it. Typically, whenever I use these, I end up evening out the sides when I would do the project, so it doesn't stay like this. But this just gets me the pieces quick and easy. Doesn't take but a few seconds. That's a great journaling card or an offloading thing. This is a great bookmark or a tag, and another journaling card. Typically the last one has dried glue on it, so I throw it away. So that's how you get your page. Okay, now we have these. I only need one of these. I'm going to pick the better one. This one has a little tear, so we'll do this one. These pieces go in the trash. If you really wanted to be picky, you could probably use them, but you don't got to be that picky. All right, so we have this. My Kindle froze. We have this. Now I need to get rid of this. Two things you can do. I'm going to show you on the other one because I want to do this one different. So you can use sandpaper. Ooh, that's dusty. These are the Tim Holtz ones that have a little holder, and they come like this. 10 pieces. Don't ask me how much it costs. I don't remember. But they're very handy. They do work. Or you could just use a normal piece of sandpaper. Whatever works for you. You can sand off the writing. Or you can just paint over it. It's up to you. Usually, I do both. But sanding it off does work. It is messy, so make sure you have a cloth or something. Okay? But it will sand off, and it will sand off down to nothing relatively fast. Put something down so you don't scratch up your board. Okay? You can do it that way. It gives you a different texture than what we're going to do today. That's one way you can do it to get rid of the writing or whatever. I actually want to peel this one. I'm hoping it works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to lie. Cardboard can be finicky, depending on the cardboard. But I'm going to look for this layer. This is basically a laminated layer on top of several layers of paper. So I am going to attempt to find just that top layer. Usually you can do it pretty easy, okay? Once you find it, then you're going to want to just very carefully peel it off to the other side. Try to keep it in one piece if you can. This tool comes in very handy because once it starts separating, it becomes much harder to do. Okay, try to keep it in one piece. Work your way across. Okay, now we're going to work our way up. If it starts feeling like it's splitting on you, try to get it even back out because it'll just be easier. We're going to peel this whole layer off. Oops, it's starting to split on me. Try to grab that back up. I find it's easier if I don't have to piece it out because, and I've had to do both. Sometimes it just doesn't want to cooperate and you end up sitting and picking at it. And this one might give me a little bit of trouble. But the trick is kind of just keeping it going. All right, there we go. Now that's off. Throw that away. And we have a nice clean piece of fuzzy cardboard. It's still very thick, but now it has texture that's fun. Okay, if you don't want too much texture, you can again sand some of it off. Okay, and just play around with sanding whatever bits you want off. Now keep in mind it's a very fuzzy texture, so it won't sand perfectly, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that little bit of texture there. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like up close. There we go. Okay, it's fuzzy. Almost feels velvety. All right, so that's that. Hey, Miriam. Thank you, Deborah, for saying the journal is pretty. Hey, Debbie. All right, so now you want to color this with inks, sprays, whatever you want to color it with. We're going to use a little bit of both. I'm going to grab my mat. Got my little, this is a Tim Holtz craft mat. You can also use a silicone mat or even just craft paper. It's up to you. There's a technique I'm going to use that works well with this craft mat. Boy, somebody's out there. I think it's a motorcycle. Can y'all hear that? It's so loud. Neighbors are being rambunctious today. All right, so you've got two sides to work with. You can stencil on it, you can decorate it, you can do whatever you want to it. The smoother side is going to be the back of my card today. It is loud, right? I don't know what it is. And then this side will be the side I'm doing my project on. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because I already have some made up and I don't want to waste too much time on showing you this technique because it will take up a lot of time. But in a nutshell, we're going to color this and I'm going to use, for the most part, distress inks because I don't really care if the ink stays or not. So I think I'm going to grab some browns and definitely the peeled paint, which I feel like was out already. I don't see it. It's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. Peeled paint. Put this archival one back up for now, just to get it out of my way. And then I have, I think, antique linen. I don't want it to be all completely dark, but I don't want it to be white. You could keep it white if you wanted. It's up to you. All right. We're just going to use a mixture of tools. Don't need that. Okay. So I'm going to start off by kind of coating most of this with this antique linen because it's archival. We don't want that one. This one's not archival. You could use a dome or a brush. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to use the brush today. Okay. So I just want to go over the whole thing. We're just taking down that white color for this project. Some projects you might want that white color on there. That's perfectly fine. But I'm just going to tone it down a little bit. I'm going to try to zoom in just a fraction. I'm worried it'll go. Let me pull this over. I'm trying to stay in. Y'all yell at me if I get out of camera. I'm trying to watch my chat. Wow, I'm wiggling my light because it's too close. It must be hitting my table leg. Everything's wiggling today. My table legs must have gotten bumped. All right, there. Just a light coat of that. And then we're going to do a little bit of vintage on the edges. Find my vintage. I'm going to make something of a vignette look to this. I'll just use this one, that's fine. Table is wiggly today. So just a light edge. Start off to the side, okay? If I start right here, I'm going to get a spot where I start. Start off to the side and work your way in, okay? You want to be moving when you hit that inside part. That just keeps it smoother. Okay, so just a little bit of a vignette there. And I might do, I think I'll do green splotchy. Okay, so there's two ways to do this next step. I'm going to wipe this off if I can find my rag. There it is. So let me just clean this off real quick. Cleans off with water. Paper towel, cloth. You know me, I like my microfiber cloths. Okay, you can use these mats. These are the Tim Holtz mats. They're made for painting, applying inks, things like that. I like to use them, but you can also use, if you don't have this, you can use a piece of acrylic acetate type stuff. Okay, or even an acrylic block. I don't find the acrylic blocks work quite as well, for whatever reason, as acetate pieces do. So I would suggest using the acetate. I had a piece sitting here, but I don't see it, so I'm just going to cut me another piece. This is actually, I got this from the outside of a pack of canvases. When you buy the canvases in the bulk at Michael's, they have one of these sheets. And they work very well for things like this, specimen cards, all kinds of things. But I'm going to show you on this first, and then I'll show you on this. It's slightly different. Okay, so we're going to use this Distress Oxide. If you don't want it to have any white spots, don't use an oxide, because oxides are made to go white with water. Okay? Inks don't go white. They just kind of tone down a little. So that's the difference if you're looking at the difference between those two. The oxides are very much affected by water. So you just squish it on there. Here, we'll just do both because then I can show you both ways. All right, and then we're going to spritz it with some water. Okay, now you don't want to stamp right like that. Okay, so at this point you want to mix that up a little bit. If you're worried about getting your fingers dirty, you can wear a glove, or you could use like a wet brush or something. Fingers do work best, I'm not gonna lie. So just break it up. Okay, you want to break it up so that it's not this perfect little area. Okay, you want it to be broken like that. If you clean your fingers off almost immediately, they rarely get too stained. Usually it's not horrible. And then you want to take your card Okay, and you're going to decide where you want to put the color. With the acetate, you can pick it up or you can leave it laying down. And you just do like this, okay? And just move it around. And we're just adding some splotches, okay? That's how the acetate works. When you do it on this, obviously you need to just kind of just dab it. Okay, so just find the area you think you want and just touch it. Just like that. Okay, you can get as much or as little as you want. If it starts getting kind of almost gone, at that point you can add more water. Okay, mix it up again and you're going to get a little bit lighter tone. Oops, I just knocked something on the floor. I don't know what it was. And we're going to do that. Now, at this point, you're going to want to dry before you add another color. Because if you don't, you're going to turn this color to mud. Okay, so we don't want to turn that to mud. I'm just going to wipe this off so it's out of my way. Okay, this will wash out with water. Not a big deal. And we're going to dry this real quick. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm spending too much time. I know I am. All right, hold on. So it's going to get loud. I'm just going to dry a section. I moved it off the table because my hair dryer is kind of hot and it will warp my self-healing mat if I'm not careful. So once you get a dry section, you can add another color if you want. Just say I wanted to do just a little bit. Where's my vintage? There it is. I want to do a little more vintage. I'm just going to show you real quick. Take that, spritz, move it around. Okay, and pick a spot. And you can add some browns. Okay, trying to make sure I get in a spot that's dry. Okay, so there you get that. And then dry again if you're going to add more colors. If you're not adding more colors, set it aside. It'll dry in about 5 minutes. All right, so that's how you get the background. I already have one that's nice and dry. Just got to find it. Well, I have like 3 that are nice and dry, but we're going to use one of them. All right, so these are the ones I made. Okay, the backs have, like I said, they've got some stenciling on them, so you can do whatever you want on the backs. This one just has paint that was rubbed on and a little bit of splotching. Very basic for this one. And then this one has more dragonflies. I'm going to use this one because it kind of fits my page. But any of those will work. Oh my goodness, my fingers. Let me try to clean my fingers off real quick. Like I said, it'll stain a little bit, but usually it wears off in a few hours. Especially if you're like me and you're, cleaning the house and washing dishes. It'll wear off fast. All right, so there's that. Now we don't need this anymore, I don't think. So I'm going to pull it aside. If you guys have this mat, it works best if you store it with the sticky side in, because then it doesn't pick up all the lint from your house. Cat hair, stuff like that. All right. Now we're going to decorate and make this pretty. Okay. So I want my stencils. We need fairies, we need mushrooms. And the first thing I want to do is think about my pocket. Oh, I forgot about my pocket. Hold on. Where is my page? I'm getting way too much stuff laying around. Move some of this to my other table, because it's getting nuts. It's getting a little bit crazy up in here. Hope I have time to do this, guys. You know me, I overestimate how long a project's going to take me all the time. All right. 2 Michiganers in the house, that's funny. All right, so get your craft paper or whatever you want to use. I'm going to use this just because I have it, and I'm just going to make a pocket out of this material. I was kind of saving it for a journal, so I'm not going to cut the whole thing. I'm just going to cut off enough for a pocket. Probably could have used a straight edge just to save me time. We'll use a straight edge. A lot of times I don't, guys. I just don't bother. We're going to have a barbecue. It's my favorite local barbecue. All right, so I'm just going to grab a piece of this that will work. And I think this piece here is fine. And this is fairly thick enough for a pocket. I didn't want it too thick because if it's too thick, then it's just going to bulk up my journal. I'm going to try not to do that. So now I want to square that off. So let's see, are any of these straight? Nope, that's fine. We're just going to square it off real quick. So I'm using my grid. And we're just going to attempt to make this square. I could use my little cutter. That would work too, but this is honestly just as easy. Now, my journal pages are probably, what, 5.5? Look. So I want it to fit in here for a pocket. So 5, because I've got like 5 and a little over a quarter for that page. So we're going to do 5. And I do want to make sure that this will fit in 5, because it might not, because this was big. I might have to trim it. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim it down just a fraction more. Because I can't really, I don't think I can go bigger than, I might can go 5 1/8 and fit this pocket on there. I'll try 5 1/8, so I don't have to trim that too much. Okay, so let me just go ahead and mark this at 5 1/8. So there's 1 line and 2 lines. We'll do this side first, and then hopefully I can get this even. Hopefully. Just lining that up. It should be close. And then for depth, I don't want this super deep because I don't want to take away from the design we're going to do. So I'm going to keep it relatively narrow. I think maybe 2 inches. Yeah, I think 2 inches. Which side did I just cut? Make sure I get the right one. There's only one of them square. Okay, there we go. So we're going to trim off at 2 inches. I can use my grid. I might go just a fraction over 2 inches for glue. I don't know, it's going to be too deep. We'll go 2 inches. I'm hoping the card will stay in there at 2 inches because it's going to be a little challenging. But I didn't want to take away from it, and I thought about flipping it, but then I thought I did have this idea for making a pretty ground, and you're going to see what I mean. Just lining that mark up. Let me just double check it before I cut. Measure twice, cut once, guys. Yep. Okay. By making it on my grid, I don't have to measure both sides. I can just measure one side. Okay, here we got a little piece. That's going to be our pocket base, basically. And then we're going to glue stuff to it. I might glue the stuff first, I think. And then I'll have to try to fit this in there. So this is definitely going to have to be trimmed. Probably 1/4 of an inch. Because I got to allow for glue. Yeah, which is too bad. I kind of wanted it wider, but I don't know. The fold out, I think this will be better because I can make it multi-dimensional kind of. I'm going to take 1/8 off each side and hope it's enough. Try to give myself plenty of room with my little vignette kind of section, so that if I did need to trim it down, I could. All right, hopefully that is sufficient. So let's see, if I glue those in there, I'm gonna have to be super careful. Man, almost needs to be smaller. I think I'll use double stick tape just so that I don't risk the glue seeping in. So I think I'll end up using double stick tape on that. I'm going to take this just a fraction smaller, unfortunately. It's just, I think it's going to be too tight still. Just a little bit. And then let's check our height and decide if I want it to be that tall. I'm going to go down on the height even a little bit too, because it's going to have to stick out of the pocket and not be over the page. Does that look right? My grid lines are, I need a new mat. My grid lines have completely wore off this 20-year-old mat. My very, very, very old mat. Maybe, I don't want to take too much. Maybe there. Okay. I think that's good. So now our sizes are good. I'm okay with that. We're going to decorate this and this. We're just going to leave them both there. Move this over there. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miriam. I try to recycle when I can. Especially with the junk journal, because, I mean, technically that's the idea of a junk journal, is to use junk. Stuff that you would normally throw away. We don't always do it, you know. We buy cool papers and things like that, but that is the idea. Okay, so here's the deal. This is going to be my ground for my fairy scene. So I kind of want it to have, I think, a little more shape to it. I think I might go... I'm going to get some shape with the things I'm gluing on there. I'm debating if I want to curve this or not. It will be more organic if I do. All right, I'm going to curve it. And I'm just going to randomly make it a little more ground-like. Okay? Just give it a little curve. All right. So, for the ground, this is going to have mushrooms and maybe some plant life. So let's try to figure that out. So we're going to grab a stenciling brush, and I want to add maybe some texture and stuff, but I'm not sure if I want to do it first or last. All right, so these mushrooms are going to be, I think, textured. Oh gosh, I'm not going to have time for this. My projects. I've overestimated my project again. Guys, I do this so much. All right, we're going to put these little mushrooms on this ground. Grab my tape. And try to find pieces I had on my table. All right, so the mushrooms will go with browns. They're going to be like kind of backgroundy mushrooms. So I think I'll use archival because I don't want them to disappear. I'm going to try potting soil and see how dark that is. I think it'll be dark enough, but where's my archival? There it is. All right, now how can I get just the section I want? I'm going to have to use cardboard probably. So I don't want that little snail there. Let's see if I can get him off of there. And I don't want that butterfly. All right, let's try that. I don't care if that snail's there, but I don't want that upside down flower. We'll just do this for a second. But tape's never going to stick to that. That's my low tack tape. It might stick long enough. We'll put that little snail there. This isn't, I don't know if this is dark enough. I might have to go with black. We'll see. If I get a couple layers, it'll get darker. All right, it's getting dark enough. It's kind of more like a background because I'm going to put some things in the foreground, if that makes sense. I'm okay with that grass and that mushroom and that snail. So let's move this tape over. I'm gonna have to grab more tape. I just want this one mushroom. I don't want that little butterfly. I just want that one. Okay. There's that side, and then I want to do the other side, so we're going to pick that up. Try to pick it up. Okay, so we got some background mushroom there, and we're going to put some background mushrooms on the other side. I think I will go with the bigger one. Try to find a spot that I don't have to do too much to. That one flower is fine. I can use this one with the one flower. I'll have to tape off the snail though. Think about there. Am I in camera? Oh, I am not in camera, guys. Everybody's got to yell at me. Let me move up. Was I off camera that whole time? On my iPhone, it's a little off camera. On my Kindle, it's completely on camera. So hopefully it's on camera. I'm going to pull it up, out just a fraction, guys. I always get out of camera. I'm trying to work close to my body, and I need to not do that so that y'all can see. All right, let me move that maybe about here. All right, so let's get rid of that little bitty snail there. Don't need him. We don't need that butterfly. I'm okay with the other butterfly. I don't know. He bugs me that he's upside down. We're going to do him. Like I said, these are background mushrooms, so. Where'd my brush go? Archival? Yep. I'm going to get that little, there. Don't need more tape. Make sure I get, oh, I got something on there. Oh well. I missed a little bitty spot. That's okay. It'll be camouflaged by the time we're done. And get the top of that mushroom there. We'll be fine. All right. It's there. I got a sideways flower too. All right, that's not too bad. And then maybe just some, do we have some grass on here I can use? Get a little more grass. Let's try to get a little of this grass. I don't want to get too crazy with this because it'll take too long. And you could just draw it too, honestly. I'm trying to mostly use the stencil just for you guys that don't like to draw. We're just going to add some little bits of grass. I'm trying to get different looks, but I'm not seeing a lot of different looks on this one. Does the fairy one have any more? Where'd it go? All right, fairy stencil, where'd you run off to? There you are. Yeah, we got some more grass over here. Okay, that'll work. We're just going to put this thicker piece of grass there. If I can get this mushroom off of there. Tape. Come here, tape. Not going to waste tape if I don't have to. But I just want this little bit of grass. Oh, that one is not cooperating. Oh, I'm never going to get it. There. Close enough. And I don't think I want it all the way over. We'll stop there. And I'm just kind of piecing this together. Like I said, it's just a background. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right, that's not too bad. I'm okay with that. Okay, and then I'm going to add some textures. So, what can I use for that area? So this is going to have, I'm just going to add random textures. So, let's see. I'm looking at what I have here. No. All right. Let's do my texture box, if I can find it. Where do you think you put it? Good question. There it is. All right. Textures. So, I have twigs from the yard. I have moss from Dollar Tree moss stones that I sliced just the very, I need tweezers, just the very tips off of, okay? That's a feather. We don't want that feather. But I do want these little bits of moss that I sliced. Okay. You can eat up this foam with acetone, just be careful. Acetone will completely just melt foam. But I mean like nail polish remover. It has to be the acetone one, not the acetone free one. They sell both. Might use one of these later. These are just from some dried flowers. I peeled the plastic part off. It came with this attached. And I just peeled the soft part. Don't ask me where I got them. I have no idea. I've had them for many, many, many years. But a lot of times when you get these kind of things that are attached like that, you can kind of just grab a edge of it and just peel it. And it'll take that hard plastic off and then leave you with just a thinner piece of fern. Okay. But little bits from various places. Okay, so I just want to add a little bit of texture. So like I said, there's foreground and there's background on this one. I want an extra mushroom. Let me find an extra mushroom real quick. I want a more raised version. On this. I can't remember if I've used all the mushrooms on that one. Let me see if there's another one. Oh, there's one. So this is 49 in Market Curator's Meadow. I get from scrapbook.com. I have a few mushrooms from there. I want to use one of these. Let me see. Tweezers. Oh, they're there. I think I want to use this one. Get it out of there. What are you grabbing? So it's gonna go in front of, I might use this little birdie. Like I said, these are just, like I said, I wanted these mushrooms on here to be background. I don't know, that birdie tail might get in the way there. Maybe we'll put them there. And what else do I have? I have some littler ones. Littler, smaller. Not littler. That might be too big. If I go big, I want to go over the top big. I'm worried about that fine area. Yeah, maybe that one. I'm trying not to hide the stencils completely because I'd still want them to show. I'd love to have that one there, but I think the tail is going to be a problem. I'd have to put it on this side, which I could do. Just put this one here. So like I said, I'm just trying to use the stencils as a background. You know, like stuff that is in the distance. Looking to see if there's any other critters I want that are appropriately sized. I'm going to use some on the scene, so I don't want to use too many of my good ones. So, all right, we'll put that aside for now. This will probably go on the scene, but I do want a little bit of this in my grass. So some of that grass is just going to be in the background. I'm just going to cut this. If I can find my knife. I've lost it again. Oh, there it is. Okay, a little bit there. Don't cut your fingers, guys. You could also probably use scissors, honestly. Probably easier. Probably easier. There, we'll use scissors. And these will shed everywhere. I'll brush them off in a minute. But the idea was I tried to keep them nice and thin so they didn't get too bulky in my journal. I'm going to use scissors. I'm kind of failing at cutting them with the other thing. All right, so just a little bit of grass on top. And I've got my background little pieces sticking out. Maybe one more. Okay, that should be good. Oh my goodness. I can't pick them up. Where were these? Oh, these were in this. Put them back in the right spot. I might use some in my scene, but I don't think so. I think I just wanted them on the pocket. And then maybe some twigs here and there. So we'll play with the twigs in a second. Twigs are going to take hot glue though. I might could get them to stick with Fabri-Tac. I'm trying to think of something that would dry fast. Hot glue is going to be my best bet. So I'm going to plug that in real quick. I'm going to go over my time, guys. I got to get to doing this. I might have to, I don't know. We're going to try not, I'm going to be here 2 hours. Gosh, I have no room. Hold on. I got to move stuff so I can put my hot glue gun down here. Hot glue gun. What is this too? This goes to that. I'm making a mess. I thought about using Lunar paste, but I didn't want to do the dry time. All right, glue gun needs plugged in. This glue gun has Gorilla glue sticks in it that are very strong. All right, in you go. All right, that'll be heating up. Okay, let's work on getting this glued together other than the sticks. So I am going to glue my mushroom first because that's in the background. First I gotta get some of these fuzzies off because I got them everywhere. Let me clean this off real quick. Usually they'll stop fuzzing at some point, but when they're new they always fuzz a lot. Because they're just glued on little pieces of moss. Probably fake moss if I had to guess, because it's, you know, Dollar Tree stuff. It might be real, but I don't think so. I'm going to use my cloth too, but I'm going to get most of it off. I could use my little vacuum cleaner, but I always forget. Alright, that's good. Okay. Whew, getting hot. Okay, glue this mushroom. So I'm gonna, what is that? Archival? It says black. I've been using it in the brown, haven't I? Oh well. It's brownish black now. Oops. I'm just gonna hit the edge of this because I had it out here. Hit the edge of this bird too. what am I squeaking on? It's my little holder. All right, that little beak's got something on it. I got it. Okay, whew. I'm melting. Okay, so do I want to do anything else to that? I'm debating on giving it a little bit of color, because it's technically just background and trees, but I don't want it just plain. Maybe I'll just splotch it and dry it real quick. Did I use archival there? I think I did. As long as I used archival, I'm good. I'm just going to throw a paper towel down because it's quicker and easier. Move this over a little bit. This is Liquitex Burnt Umber. I'm just going to spritz it just to give it. It's a little boring right now. Now I'll hit it with the blow dryer. Hopefully I can hold it. Actually, I might just, I'll probably have to do it off camera. We'll see. Try not to blow all my stuff away. Wow, that really went away, didn't it? That was not dark enough. All right, let me do another layer. Where'd my paper towel go? I did not stay. I probably have it really watered down. Let me grab archival. Here's a vintage photo. We're just going to splatter it, hopefully. We're going to try to splatter it. I don't have a spray handy. I don't want to put more in that one, so I'm just going to use a brush, I think, or a toothbrush. Do I have a toothbrush? Nope. We'll use... Trying to find things close to me. That's going to get all over my fingers. Oh my goodness. I don't know where it went. Okay. How can I do this? Tray. This is just a refiller. I would normally put it in my water bottle, but I don't have the ability to do that just this second. So we're just gonna thin it down a little bit and grab a brush. See if I can get some spatters. I really should throw a glove on. Hold on. I don't want it all over my fingers. All right, there. See if I can not make a mess everywhere. What do you think? What's the chances? Probably slim to none. There. Okay, not too bad. I didn't get it quite everywhere. All right, I'll rinse that out. And my water. Now, when I dry that, that should stay dark. Okay. You go there for now. Try this again. Much better. That was more what I wanted. Okay. This off. Mushroom, come here. What time is it? I am running out of time. Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. We don't want glue there. Hold on. Where's my rag? Where's my glue rag? I didn't want glue on the top. Let me see if I can get that off of there. There. I just want glue from there. Okay. It'll hang over the top, but that's fine. There. All right, and then Birdie, I think... We'll put you right there on my tummy. So I'm going to put my fingers about where I want to stop. Did his tail hit? I feel like his tail hit. hopefully. Yeah. Maybe about here. This is just a little piece of muslin, but it works real good for sopping up extra glue. All right, these should glue down. Oh, it's foam. Foam and, I don't know. Foam and art glitter glue aren't absolutely perfect, I don't think. Not sure. I know I have some gem tack that would definitely work, but it dries really slow. And Fabri-Tac will eat this because it's acetone based. So you don't want to use Fabri-Tac on anything with EPS foam in it, because acetone eats EPS foam. Like literally melts it. Alright, there's that one. Where'd the other ones go? I lost them. They blew everywhere. There we go. Alright. So we're just going to piece this together. I think the art glitter will hold it. If I have an issue, I'll come back and fix it later. I think it'll hold it. So we're just adding, oops, stay. We're just adding some textures to our little pocket. Now all of these things so far are fairly flexible, so they shouldn't run into any issues if it has to bend any. It won't have to bend much because it's a pocket. I should have been using my tweezers. Been easier. Okay, I love this moss. So much fun. So sometimes stencils can be foreground, sometimes they can be background. It all depends on what you want. So don't feel like you're stuck using them in only one way. There's lots of ways to use them. All right, we're going to see if that's going to stay. I think it will. And then, is my hot glue? Yep, it feels hot. Okay, we're going to stick some twigs in here just because I thought it would be fun. Gosh, what time is it? I got to get to the other card. If the one thing takes me too long, I won't get to the fairy card. We're just going to add just some textures with these little twigs. I'll do some that are taller. Let me see. Maybe that one. I don't care if they stick out. They'll be fine. All right, that's good. So let's hot glue those down. How am I going to do that? That's going to be challenging. I am going to try to use my hot hand. No, is it too? No, it's going to be too hard to hold. Okay. We're just going to stick it on the paper. That's never going to work. So we're just going to stick it on the paper. Oh my gosh, my glue is... Oh. My plug is not long enough, guys. Hold on. Ouch. Don't glue your arm. Oh my god. Okay. It's okay. I'm not burnt too bad. That is not coming out as thin as I wanted it to. Try not to touch it. I have a silicone thingy, but you know, I don't know if I can get this small enough. I need one of the little mini ones with the little finer nozzle. This nozzle is not quite as fine as I would like. But I do want some of this texture on there. Ideally, I wanted to put it on with the glue so I don't have to deal with shine. If any of this shows the glue, I will just throw some matte medium over it or something to tone it down. Or not matte medium, but matte varnish. I can get all these little thingies off. Alright, where's that bigger one? Oh, there it is. Oh, it broke. That's okay. I think I can glue this one. Maybe and not burn myself. maybe. I'm just going to stick this one here. I'm on his tail too much. Doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah, let's stick this one here. Oh, it's too big. A little bit smaller. I just got extra glue there. I'm going to try to use. Nope, I'm not going to use it. It's not cooperating. All right, where else can I put these little sticks? I could put some sideways. Make it look like a log or something. Maybe a bigger one. I'm trying not to go too thick because I don't want it to bulk up my journal too much. I'm trying to keep it relatively thin. Yeah, there, that looks like a little log. Okay, we'll do another one over here maybe. Maybe shorter. Just right here, I think. Ooh, that was way too much glue. Tweezers. There. See if I can get that booger off. Probably not. A little bit. Okay. You can take a hot dryer to your glue strands later and sometimes get a lot of them off. The little bitty fine hairs, it'll just melt them. So that's probably what I'll do. Okay, that's not too bad. It's enough textures, I think. It's just to add something. Or save the rest. I'll just throw those in there. We'll just save the rest for the other piece. Okay, and then it's going to be my pocket. Maybe I'll add, I feel like I should put something there. It's going to melt that if I put that there. All right, butterflies, mushrooms. I'm looking at what else I have. All right, that's fine for that. So this is the pocket, I think. I'm not sure I want anything on the edge to emphasize. I don't think I want to emphasize it. I think I just want to let it kind of fade away. Like I said, this is very kind of thought up as I go, guys. So, sorry. It's taken much longer than I wanted to. All right, and we get our card. So our card is going to stick out of our pocket approximately like this. Let me see that. Yeah, approximately like that. So I'm just going to mark with a pencil. Not that color because it'll never show. Maybe this color. I'm just going to put a little mark kind of inside there. So I know not to put anything important down there below that point or I'll lose it. Okay, so we're going to do our fairy. So I think I'm going to put her, I want her flying, I think. So this one's sitting, and I'm okay if she sits somewhere in reference to this. Right there. I like her right there. Is that the front? Yes, I'm on the front. Okay. Okay, we're going to get our little fairy on there. Now, I really want to do texture paste, guys. I'm going to do texture paste. What time is it? I'm totally going to run over. There's that other little piece. I know I had another one. I'm going to texture paste it because I really want these to show up raised. Oh my goodness, I let that stay off too long. Hold on. I got to get my glue. Got to redo my glue. You just have to kind of wipe it and squeeze it into the wipe and then wipe your pen and you'll be all good. So if you guys go to stick your pen back in these art glitters and it doesn't go, just do that. It'll work. It's rare I have to actually take the whole top off and clean it. Rare. All right, so the fairy scene. Oh, I didn't tape that paper. I got to tape this paper or it will move on me and then I'll be in real trouble. Where's my tape? I don't know where it went. There it is. Do I want anything more on the background? I don't know. I kind of wanted words. All right, hold on. We'll come back to that. I really wanted a little more. I'm gonna do some, I can do some of this. I'm gonna do a little of this. Where's my, just a light color maybe. I don't think yellow. I just want to add a little more interest. I don't care if it gets on that stencil. It's not going to hurt it. And that's too light. Hold on. Try not to go too much. Not really working. All right. It's something, but you can't really see it good enough. Let's go with our other stencil. Like honeybees, honeybees, honeybees. Spring. This is in stock. I just gotta find it. Spring. Spring, spring, spring. Nope. Okay, girl, where did you put it? It's gotta be in spring. I'm gonna put it. I just had it yesterday. Fish, fish, fish. It's not in summer, is it? Maybe it's in summer. Summer? Oh, I stuck it in summer. This one. The Be Happy one. It's got some honeycombs on it. I think that's what I used for the other thing. So instead of using the brown, it's going to be a little bit much. I'm going to use the yellow. Mustard seed, maybe? Yeah, sure, why not? I just want to have a little hint of honeycombs. Just a little. And maybe some writing. I'm trying to look for a clean one. There's one. Which is the front and which is the back. I didn't write on this one. That's the front. Alright, so we're just going to put a little bit of honeycomb. Not everywhere. Just a hint. Let's see if this shows enough. It might. It's really light. It's really, really, really light. I think that's the darkest yellow I have. All right. I don't want to use that. We'll try this. I don't know what it's going to do, but I'm going to try to match it up, kind of. I know I'm putting oxide in my ink. Probably not the best thing to do. It's definitely not the best thing to do. Don't usually want to mix your oxides in your inks, guys. I'm going to wipe that off. Two very different things. Hubby's home. That's better. Just a hint. Very, very slight hint. Let me see if I can show you. Okay. Just a hint. Okay. There's that. I just think it's appropriate for the little fairies. I'm totally going to be right over my time. Don't writing or not. I don't know. I do, but I don't. We'll leave it. We're not going to do writing. So that means pulling out stamps and just one more thing. And yeah, lost my guideline. Alright. Just trying to get this one mushroom where it doesn't. Gosh, I need to take that back down here. Hold on. Just take that corner. I don't want it to interfere with the other mushroom. So I'm trying to keep it in a good spot behind. I think about there. Let's try that. I probably should pull some fresh tape off. Okay. Lunar paste. I have greens. I have reds. Red would be good. Lunar paste dries relatively fast. Greens, reds. I don't have a lot of colors in lunar paste, but I have a few. Let's go with bee sting for the mushroom. Bee sting. And hope I can dry this in time. Alright, trying to tape off my little fairy. That's going to be somewhat challenging. I wonder if I can unplug that hot gun. Unplug it first, stab myself with it. Okay, how can I tape her off? Let me think about this. I don't want the fairy red. And then this comes to just about where the grass starts, so. All right, let's see if we can do this. This is Lunar paste I get from scrapbook.com. You can also get it on Amazon. If y'all need to know details, let me know later. Oh, I got a little fairy wing there. I don't really care if that goes under, because it won't really, I don't know, it'll show a little bit. It'll show because the tag gets pulled out, so let's tape it off. I'm just going to leave the stem, and then we're going to put other stuff there, but I don't know what yet, so. All right. I'm just going to get that mushroom on there, hopefully. I don't know what that is. No, I don't. We'll see if that looks like a mushroom. Hopefully it still does. And then the fairy, I'll have to decide if I want to just try to do it with a different texture paste or what. I could probably do it with a grayish regular texture paste. I'm trying to get this tape off without making a mess. I don't want it to move, so I'm holding it down as I pull that away. Oh, I'm totally getting it everywhere, and let me get it off my fingers. Try not to touch it anywhere. All right, lift that up. That's not too bad. Okay, it looks like a mushroom, so I'm okay with that. It's fuzzy. Okay, clean this off. Where is it at? All right. Clean this one. And I wanted this to be mixed media, but mixed media is time consuming, guys. Don't fool yourselves. It's very time consuming. Let me see if I can clean this with, I'm trying to not touch that. You go up there. I just gotta get this off with my stencil. So wipe it off your stencil relatively quickly. Ideally, it's fast. It's better. Can you get it off later without? I don't know. I've always cleaned it immediately, so you could soak it and get it off. I don't know, but it's water based. It's just when it dries, it becomes more permanent. Like, try and get all this off. Where's my rag? I'm gonna dry that mushroom real quick, and hopefully we can get this going. I don't know. Too many drying things, and I don't know, my heat gun might work faster. Let me see. I don't usually use my heat gun for drying, but it might work. Let me see. Hold on. I usually use my blow dryer. Okay, we're gonna try the heat gun. Typically, I would let this sit aside and dry. Takes about 30 minutes, typically. But if I can get it dry enough, I can continue the project. Ooh, it's bubbling. Don't get it too hot. It'll bubble. So it's better to set it aside. The bubbles are kind of cool, though. I'm like, I kind of like that effect. It's raised. Interesting. Alright, we can't use our heat tool. Heat tool's not a good option. Blow dry. It's dry to the touch almost. dry enough. Dry enough I can work with it. It bubbled. Did you see it bubble? Look at this. Let's see if I can get the light on there. Look at that. This one here bubbled. And that one bubbled. Oh well. Okay. Fairy. How are we going to do you, little fairy? We got to figure it out real quick. I have other texture paste that I could mix with some gesso or something. Make it a silhouette. Or I could give her a color. So I'm going to line this back up. It's easy to line back up. Tape her down. Very, very, very. I could make her... Okay, she needs to be black. I wish I had a black lunar paste, guys. That would be ideal, wouldn't it? But I do not. I don't have any black texture paste. But I have gesso and I have texture paste. Alright. Black gesso. And you could also use acrylic paint. Let me find my texture paste. Light molding paste. We're going to go with that. It'll turn gray. I can't get it to turn black because I would really have to add a lot of paint to get it to turn black. But I can try to get it gray. And maybe do the wings a different color. I kind of wanted her silhouette black because I was trying to keep it to where I didn't have to put detail, because there's no detail. There's no face or anything in this particular stencil. It's a silhouette stencil, technically. That should be enough. Get it all over my table. All right, so we're going to try to darken this real quick. I have black ink. Ooh, I do. I have carbon black ink. I'm going to use that. It'll darken better. I think. I think. Let's see. Where's my carbon black? There you are. Liquitex inks are nice for adding color. This is carbon black. Liquitex Acrylic Ink. Try not to get it on anything. It's very strong. Okay. Let's see if we can get a black color out of this. Yeah. That's going to work. Good. Alright. We got some black texture paste. I might do that other fairy too while I'm at it. Hopefully I have enough mixed up. Okay. That texture paste, I didn't show you. Light molding paste by Golden. It's flexible. I like it because it's flexible. It's not like using drywall paste. Don't use drywall paste, guys. Don't put all those chemicals in your work. It's not a good idea. Okay, I gotta tape off the little mushroom. Tape, tape, tape. Oh my goodness, I am totally gonna run out of 2 hours. Oh well. I probably won't be able to upload it to YouTube because I'm gonna run over 2 hours. You guys, if you guys get tired, just watch the replay. I know it's a long live, but there's no other way for me to do it now. I've already started. We're just gonna go for it. I'm just trying to get the mushroom taped off, and then I kind of want to do her wings a different color. This makes it a lot of tape. I can't see. I can't tell where her arms are. Is there a picture? Oh, not that picture. Let's see if I can tell. It's really hard to see. I think it's just this top part. Is that a wing or is that... I think that's a wing. I think. I'm blind as a bat, guys. No, I'm not really, but I'm kind of nearsighted due to old age. I'm just trying to take these wings off. Trying my best. Because I think I'll do the wings maybe gold or something. That would be pretty. Alright, I think that's the silhouette for the most part. There's a little piece right there. I don't know how I can get into that. I'll just try. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to use this tape that I pulled off and it's got red paint all over it. Well, red lunar paste. Oh Hold on, let me get my fingers clean again. Lordy, lordy. All right, I'm just going to try to cut a piece. Let's see if I can squeeze it in there. Cut a little sliver. All right, little sliver. Do your job. Gotcha. All right, is that it? Legs. There's a little bit of mushroom there. I don't really want that to show because it won't make sense. I think it's a mushroom. It could be her other leg. No, her other legs goes back. It's definitely the mushroom. Okay. Okay, I think I got the silhouette. Let's try to get this on here. I'm going to put it on this plate because I can spread it better. So you want it to be about a 45-degree angle when you're doing your textures. And you want to make sure everything is flat. So try to hold it down if it's popping up on you. So we are going to attempt to get this little fairy. Her leg is right there. It's harder because I'm on camera, so I'm having to do weird angles. All right, I think I got her. Hopefully I didn't get her. Whew, it was close. I almost got over there. All right, wipe that off. We'll use that on the other fairy, but I gotta move her. Wipe. I just had it. Oh, there it is. Okay. That. I gotta move things so I can dry. Oh my goodness. Now, peel straight up, guys. Very slowly if you have any tapes. You don't want to peel anything off. All right, I think I got her. Now I have to pull all this tape off so I can dry this. I can dry that, but I'll dry it after I pull this tape off because I gotta get her wings on. This is a lot of steps. I know, but you know, if it looks cool, that's what you gotta do. I need a paper towel or something. Hold on. All right, I'm trying not to snag that. It's got a little piece over there, but I'm not worried about that. I could just wipe it, but it's better off just to leave it, honestly. Let's see if I can get this tape off. Where's my spatula thingy? There it is. I buried it. I just want to clean this off so that I can do the wings. Now, I could have just done them all in a silhouette, but I'm being creative, so, you know, y'all have to bear with me because I'm being creative. Oh my goodness. It's yucky. I don't know what I'd do without this spatula tool, guys. This is from Dollar Tree. They always have them at mine, so I assume they have them at yours. If not, you can get a Cricut tool, but they're more expensive. Just got texture paste all over my fingers. All right, almost got it all. One little piece there. Okay, we're just gonna wipe that. Anything that has a direction and not a bridge, make sure you go away from it, okay? Like this little bitty piece right there. Don't go that way, you'll bend it, okay? Go away from it. So you gotta be careful with little bitty things. It's got a lot of open, non-bridged areas. So do be careful. Dab rather than rub. Okay. That texture paste is water-based, so it comes off relatively easy. All right, now I got to dry it so I can do her wings. And then we'll work on the other fairy. Maybe. How much do you think it's dried? It just has a light, very, very, very light coating on it. I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer. Try not to blow everything away. Okay. Luckily it dries relatively fast. That's why I get the light molding paste, because it does dry faster. right, so line her back up. It'll be easy to line up because it'll just kind of like clip in there because of the raised surface. So line her back up. It's still a drop wet, but I think I'll be okay. I can't tape over her because it is a drop wet. If it was completely dry, I could tape over it, but I can't. So, what did I say? Gold? Gold. We'll do, will that show? That's never going to show. It might show. We'll try it. Green? I could take, I don't know which one will show better. Good question. I think this will show better. This is, what's this called? A shooting star. Appropriate, huh? All right, so I think I got room on there. Oh, I lost my spatula. I'm gonna try to get her wings if I can. I'm gonna use a card, I think. I'm gonna try to use a card. Okay, this is challenging because I don't have dry time. All right, turn it sideways. I don't want the mushroom. The mushroom's dry. Didn't quite line up to that mushroom, but that's okay. We pieced it, so, you know, it is what it is. I'm trying to see. Actually, I'm not lined up quite. Let's try that again. I got part of it. I didn't have her leg quite right. There. Now it's right. A little bit closer to the mushroom. I'm just going to tape off the mushroom because it's not wet. Just where I think I might hit it. I'm not going to tape her. Alright, where is a card? Card. Alright, let's try this. This is going to be a little challenging. When you're mixing colors, it can get challenging, guys. Let's see if I can do this. I'm going to type. I need angles wrong. I'm going to try to just go here. Oops. I don't want that flower. I'm going to hit my table. That's okay. I'll wipe it up in a second. All right, there's that part. And then, can I get that little piece? Maybe. I'm just going to put my finger there. Okay. There's one wing. Wipe. Okay, I don't want to move, so I need to tape that down. I gave y'all a really challenging project, didn't I? Where's my blue tape? There it is. I'm really worried that that's going to move on me, so I got to get this other wing. Oh, that one's going to be... Look how far off I am. What? I totally moved it. Oh, well. I guess it's not going to matter. Hopefully it'll look right. As I totally moved it. Alright. That's okay. Oh no! Stop. I forgot about all my alarms that are going to go off. Oops. I think that's the only one. I only have my Do Not Disturb on until 6. Oh my goodness, this one's challenging. You need to be really ambidextrous. You guys will have time to wait for things to dry and do it properly. I do not. So I'm not doing it as properly. All right, let's see. I'm going to put that right there. Wipe off this one. See if I can dry these wings. How are they? Could be better. Peel very slowly. All right, get this paste off. I'm just kind of dabbing so I don't bend anything. All right. Trash bag. All right, that's kind of, I guess it looks like a fairy. It's so much better if you can wait for it to dry, guys. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I'm going to dry that real quick, and then we'll go from there. I might just stencil the other girl on. All right, let's see. I'm trying to find places for things. Oh my goodness. What a mess. Where'd that stencil go? There it is. Okay, get this tape off. What am I hitting? It's the blow dryer. I stuck it up there. All right, no. Too much stuff. I want to do that other fairy. I'm debating on where I want to stick her. I think she'll fit. Let's see if that'll scratch off. Or I made a boo-boo. I could sand it off, honestly, but I think I'm going to stick her hand there. Is that dry? It's so close to being dry, but not quite. All right, we're going to do this one. Maybe I should do her higher. I want it to look like she's handing her something. Maybe. I think as long as I don't hit it, I'll be okay. I might just do this one green or something. Or pink. I could do pink. That's bee sting, that's red. Do I have a pink? I had like an orange. What is that? Traffic cone. Maybe I'll do her orange. I don't know. Orange is kind of strong. Okay. I'm trying to debate how I'm going to tape this off without making a mess. So I don't want this mushroom, but I'm going to try to do her in all one color because I think it'll just be safer. So I can tape. Don't want the snail. I want her tip of her toe there. Okay. I don't know what she's holding. It looks like it's a fairy house, which doesn't make any sense to me. So she's not going to be holding a fairy house. Maybe I'll stick a flower there or something later. Alright, butterfly there. I'm trying to get all the little things that I might hit. As much as I can anyway, without affecting that other stencil that's still slightly wet. Alright, color. Let me look at you guys' comments. Dawn says you got this. I'm trying, hon. I know, it's crazy. I miss Deborah. She left. Okay. First time seeing you. You don't get bleed using that tool you put your paint on. Sometimes. You just have to hold it flush. It works pretty good. As long as you hold it flush. Green. Alright, we'll go with green. We'll have a little green fairy. It's Dawn's journal, so she gets to decide. I kind of want to put that yellow back in there. There's a lot left. A lot left of my plate. I don't want to waste it. It's not super expensive. It's like $5 a bottle, maybe. So it's not crazy expensive. And it lasts a long time. It goes really far. You use a lot less than you think you're gonna. I need a new plate though. Yeah, as long as you hold your stencil down flat and you keep your knife at a 45-degree angle. It's pretty easy to get it on there without it bleeding under. You know, it takes a little practice, I guess, maybe. I would say it takes a little practice. All right, I think I've got that taped on there good enough. It's not going to move. I am worried about that section right there, though. I didn't want to put any tape on this because that's still slightly damp. All right, so we're going to try this in green. So 45-degree angle, just a little on there, okay? And then you hold it flush. So I always just kind of hold it wherever I'm working in that section, and then you keep it firm. And sometimes it will bleed. I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I've had it bleed, but a lot of times it's just fine. So it is kind of a, you get better, I think, the more you do it. All right, clean that off. And you notice I try to keep my tools clean as I go because then cleanup time just is easier. All right, let's see if we can peel this off. Now, when you peel it, you got to be very careful and lift straight up. Do not go to sideways because it's going to be wet. You can't dry this on here because if I dry it, it's going to stick to my stencil and be a pain to get off. If I can't even get it off, I don't know. I probably couldn't. So I'm going to peel this very slowly because I have some tape on my paper. And I'll try to go straight up like that. All right, I got a couple little bleed spots, but that's okay. It just looks like effect. So there is our little fairy. She's not too bad. She's got a little bit of, tiny bit of bleed on her one leg there. I'm going to clean this off real quick since I'm just going to end up making a mess with it if I don't. So let me move her up there. And, you know, it's also going to depend on your stencil guides and how many tiny openings it has, and you know, all those things come into factor. Some work easier than others, for sure. Try to get this clean. Where is my spatula? Peel your tape slow so you don't bend your stencil. My husband's probably wondering why I'm still live. I'm never live after 6. But he knows me well enough to know that I do long lives. That's why I don't do them on the Essential Stencil page, guys. Because I do them too long. I have a hard time keeping it short. I don't know. It's just me. All right, I need another wipe. I'm not cleaning this great. I'll come back and clean it better later, but as long as I get most of it, it'll be fine. Always remember to watch your little loose bridge parts. Okay. You have to keep going back and forth until you get it not to bleed through. Right there. That's not bad. Put that aside. Get some on my desk here. This will come off with alcohol later if I get any stuck. I think I'm good. All right, let's see if we can dry that poor little fairy before she has a conniption. All right, I'm trying to debate what I want to do with that leg spot that I did bleed on. Got a little bit of bleed right there. I don't know if I can kind of get some of it off. My paper is very fuzzy. You can't do that with normal paper. If I did it with normal paper, you would see like a tear spot, but this paper is all torn, so it's not going to affect it. If you're on wood, though, you could do this and totally just clean up that area. Okay, blow dryer. Sorry about all the drying time. So normally you can just let it set aside for about 30 minutes. Okay, I want to add some more things. I want some bees. Where's my transfer? I need bees. Oh my goodness, I have it all over my fingers. Try to clean my hands off. I want to put at least one transfer on there. I said I was gonna. I know, I'm slacking. Okay, we don't want to put that there. It's gonna wet that piece of paper. All right, transfer, where'd you go? I lost you. Oh, you're way over there. Way over there. All right, let's set this up here for a second. I might use some of these flowers too. All right, so we got our transfer. Ooh, I like the lavender. Looking at the flowers that look more like a spring meadow. All right, I think I'll take one of these. I'm trying to see if there's a spot I can put it. I should have put it first. I forgot. Just going to be honest, I forgot. But that's okay. I will work around it. I might do this one. It's smaller. And then I'll do just a cup, maybe a piece of lavender or something. So I'm going to cut this whole section out, but I'm not going to use the whole section. How much do I want to use? I'm going to try and stick some flowers in here. Right between here. Maybe that piece. That looks like that would fit. Alright, we're going to go right up through here. It's close, but you can cut it. I don't need those little topper thingies. They're cute, but we don't need them. We'll put them somewhere later. Yeah, that's going to fit there. I want a bee. I want a couple little bees, maybe. Where's the smallest ones I have? Are they on the other page? They are. Let's see. I'm debating on the size of my bee. I think I'm going to use this one. Bee. What else? If I could fit a bee in her hand, that would be cute. I don't think I can though. But I might could put a petal of some sort with some lavender. Here's a piece of lavender. We'll see. We'll see what works. But I did want to use some of these transfers just because I said I was gonna. I know I'm over. Hopefully my alarm doesn't keep going off on me. Alright, I should have done the transfers first, guys, before I did my raised stuff. But I think I can work around it. So I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to... Oh, there's that train again. I'm just going to try and fit it in there. I think I can do it. It's close. It just has to fit. I don't want it to go over her foot. I think I can do it. Man, I didn't clean that texture paste off. Hold on. I don't want to have to be fighting to clean this out later. I can throw that in water, but I didn't want to throw all that texture paste in water. Ideally, I would normally save this in a container, a plastic container with the lid for about 4 days. Maybe a week. You can save it for a week, I would say. Okay, so there's some raised spots there that I don't want. Is that dry? It's almost dry. Because like this is sanded paper already. If you're not using sanded paper like this, you can't do this, guys. But because I am, I can totally sand off that little bit there that was texture paste. Okay. Now, we're going to try to squeeze this in there. We're going to try. Okay, let's see if I can do this. It's a tight fit. Ooh, I think I can do it. I think I got it. All right, where's my little tool? So I like to use a piece of wood to do these. They come with a little plastic thingy. Okay, you can use a little plastic thingy or get yourself a large piece of soft wood. Like this is craft wood from Dollar Tree. And just rub it on there. I have so much I want to do this still. This is a 3-hour project. I can't be on here for 3 hours, guys. I don't know how long you can do on Facebook. I feel like it's like 6 hours or something ridiculous. I've never done one past, I think I've done 3 once. I remember doing some project. I think it was either the tiki thing or the nutcracker. I think those were really, really long. I don't remember exactly. All right, so once you get it on there, you want to kind of just start at a side and see if it's, I'm looking for my, is that clean? Yeah. Okay, you're looking through it to see if it's clear. Uh-oh, my phone went, oh, did my phone die? Hold on. Oh, it's because the alarm. Really, alarm? I'm like, where did my picture go? I was watching y'all and then I'm not. All right, hold on. Get her back up. There we go. Okay. I just wanted to see how much you can see that. I'm still zoomed way out. Let me zoom in just a fraction. All right, move over. All right, there. I wanted to show you what I mean in case you're new. So you want to see if it's clear. If it's clear, you keep going. If it's not clear, lay it back down and rub some more. Okay? Have yourself a pointy tool or one of these little spatulas because it just makes life easier to lift these. Unless you have nice fingernails that can get under things. I do not. I don't have fingernails. And just go slow. You want to make sure that it's sealed down, okay? And it is. So there's our little flowers. That's cute. Let's add this lavender. Where can we put this lavender? Maybe there. I don't know where I'm going to put that bee. I'm going to put them somewhere. I'm going to put this lavender here. I'm going to put a ground. Right now they look like they're floating, but I'm going to put a ground. I'll probably just paint it, but we will put a ground. Okay, that's good, that's good. I wonder if that bee would fit in her hand. That would be so cute. I don't know if it will. No. Okay, that's fine. The bee will go on the flowers or something. We're just going to put the bee. I'm debating. Some of that's going to be below. So I don't want to get... It won't be below all the time, but when you're not looking at it or pulling it out. I wonder if I have a tall flower. Honestly, that's the best place right there, or here, but it's so far over. I'm not liking the bee, guys. The bee is bugging me. All right, I want some of this. Oh, I should have left the hot glue gun on. Is this too much? Maybe it's too much. I could use half of it. wanted texture on the sides. It's fabric. Polyester, kinda. Fabri-Tac would hold that. Alright, I might put that there. What do I do with this bee? It kind of fits here. But I don't want it to look like she's stepping on the bee. Alright, the bee is not working. I'm just not seeing a good spot for it. That leg is still bothering me, guys. I'm trying to get that bleed off. I do like using this textured paper. It is a lot more forgiving. Okay. Gosh, what can she be holding? She needs to hold something. I can't use this bee. Okay, I don't like that bee. What about the other bee? Would it look okay flying? None of them look right. Let's switch to something else. All right. Do we have butterflies somewhere close? Small butterflies. Spring flowers. Let me see what's in here. I think I have a butterfly in here. I was going to use the bee. I need to put the bee somewhere. I said I was going to. Maybe I'll stick them on the lavender. I want to put a butterfly though. I'm trying to see what butterflies I have. Those are so big. Oh, here's a little white one. This is, oops, if I can get this. Oh my gosh, I hate these envelopes. I'm fighting with the sticky stuff, guys. All right. Sorry. Okay. This is the spring flowers and butterflies. We're going to use this little there. I might add some of these little lavender pieces too. They're kind of pretty. Oh my gosh. That, I want one of these. Alright. I'm going to add ground. I want to add maybe a rock or something there. Seeing if I can stick this out. I could have it coming behind that. I'm just trying to frame off this top a little bit better. Remember, these are fairies. They're down in the grass. So realistically, it would have grass everywhere. Put that butterfly there. Realistically, the butterflies would probably be bigger. I don't know how big a fairy is compared to a butterfly, but probably not very big. They might be about the same size as a butterfly. Trying to do this somewhat fast. All right, there. That's good, that's good. Oh, I think I want this here. All right, we're going to try to use Fabri-Tac. Hopefully it'll hold. I'm just trying to get texture. Come on. My Fabri-Tac is getting really thick. Come on, go down. I had it upside down and then I moved it. I should have left it upside down. I need the Jeopardy thing because, you know. Oh my god, this is going to be messy. I'm going to try to get this glued down. I'm going to trim the one side off. So I just want kind of the straight middle. And then these little petals on this side. We're going to try. I don't want the bottom to snag on the tag going in and out, so hopefully I get it flush enough. That is the goal. This is going to be all over my table. Normally I would have put it on something, but I don't have time. We're just going to deal with it being on my table. Oh, I don't have too much on my table. Okay, let's see if I can get this guy on here. So we are going to put him, I think, about right here. Perfect. All right. I think I got it. All right, I'm going to trim that side. And then I need some ground. We got to do some ground real quick. What do I have? I have moss is too thick. Some torn paper. That'll work. Where's my torn paper pieces? Oh, where are they? I have a whole bag of them. Do you think I can find them? No. Oh, I know where they are. Hold on. I think they're in here. There they are. Ooh, texture too. Tempting. We're already getting too crazy. Alright, torn paper. I keep little pieces of papers that have, you know, they're just scraps. But they work great for making ground cover and things like that. So, you just have to kind of play with them. So this is going to be, oh shoot, I should have put it behind that leaf. What were you thinking? Luckily Fabri-Tac doesn't dry super fast. I want it behind that leaf. All right, where's my art glitter? I need it because it's going to work faster. I'm going to just stick this right behind there real quick and lay that back down. I'll have to glue it again, but that's okay. So I want this to come down like that. I'm just making a ground, kind of a ground. Doesn't have to be fancy. It just has to look like a ground. And I'm just going to piece together little bits of stuff. Here, we'll use this. This is cool looking. I don't know what it is. It looks like faux rice paper. Faux rice paper. This is coffee filter, I think. That's what it feels like. Coffee filter. I know, I'm making a mess. Most of this will be hidden. But it should look like a ground once we're done. Whew, going on 6:30, guys. Trying to hurry. All right, what else do we got? I like the color. Oh. Yeah, we're going to make it go like that. Good, that'll work. I'm doing this really fast because it took too long. Okay, is that enough ground cover? Oh, I missed a little spot there. I might need more up there. What else do I have? Something darker. I have something darker. Oh, I like that. That's kind of cool. I'll put a little piece of this. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what any of this is. It's just, we need a bottom. We can't have our flowers floating in the air, so I gotta put a bottom. That's too much. There's a thinner, bigger piece. Thinner, bigger piece. I need to go just a little higher on the mushroom area. I didn't get high enough. I thought I did, but I didn't. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. That's better. All right, and then we gotta tear that right there. Mixed media is fun, guys. It's time consuming, but it's fun. All right, let's see if I can Fabri-Tac this fabric back down. Oh, I should have turned that upside down in my bottle. All right, that's fine. We're gonna set that there for a second. In the meantime, I'm gonna trim it. All right, how's that looking? Oh, it's not terrible. It's interesting. Trim this off. So I don't want it to interfere with our tag. And then I'm gonna trim that. Just drop my glue. I do want this even, so make sure that the bottom is really attached so it doesn't snag. Good. I think we're good. I know that's not glued, but I have a mess. Horrible, horrible mess. I gotta put something in front of that fern. What can I put? Oh, what's this? This is a map piece. It's not deep enough. I probably have more somewhere, but I don't know where. I could just layer it. I'll just layer it. I'll make it work. I don't care how many layers it has. You can keep layering until you like it. I feel like this needs something over it. Maybe right there. We'll do this one. It'll look like a rock. Okay, where's my art? Fabri-Tac, see if it's down yet. Is it? Nope. Oh, come on, Fabri-Tac, cooperate. The art glitter might hold it. I just trust the Fabri-Tac more on this weird polyester filling leaf. I want it to be totally flat. All right, I think we're good. Put my needle back in that. Just gonna set that right. Oh, I lost the thing. I'm like, why isn't it going in there? It's because I lost the thing. All right, stay. Needle, I lost you too. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Okay, I gotta put a bee. Where can I put a bee, guys? Could I put it on here? Maybe I could put it on here with a little flower or something. Let's do that. Find a little flower. There's a little flower. There's two little flowers. Ha. Okay. We're gonna get this bee on here because I said I was gonna do a bee. There's gotta be a bee. Put one flower there. Where's my stick? I'm buried in stuff. I don't know how well it'll show on this brown, but we're going to use it anyway. Uh-oh, I lost my spatula. Flower. Where'd the other flower go? Oops. Oops. Hold on. Not that. Is it this? Yeah. I have so much glue on my fingers. All right, this little flower. We'll put it there. It's not going to show a lot. I'm just using anything right now. You can just use anything, guys. All right, now, bee. Where'd you go? Uh-oh, lost my bee. I lost my bee. Oh, there he is. There he is. Okay. What time is it? Oh, 6:30. Phew. Almost done, guys. All right, the little bee is going there. I said I'd give you a bee. I'm giving you a bee. Okay. How are we doing? Perfect. Okay. So, anything else? It needs spatters or something. Spatters, spatters, spatters. Let me get my mat. Well, we'll just use paper towel. I don't know where my mat is. Oh, that's not going to be thick enough. All right, I want, what color? Brown, no. Gold, no. White, maybe. Yellow. I don't want to do gold because it won't really show enough. I think I'll do yellow. I'm using acrylic paint. If I can get it out. This is Moon Yellow Folk Art Multi-Surface Satin Acrylic Paint. I'm just going to use it to spatter and see what happens. It'll stick to pretty much anything, so I'm trying to find that brush. Oh, I know I've buried it, haven't I? Y'all probably see it, but I don't. With all my stuff here. All right, where'd you put the brush, girl? You put it so, oh, there it is. There it is. All right, we're gonna get some yellow. Lots of water. Lots and lots and lots of water. I'm going to try this. Is that going to work? Nope. More water. Uh-oh. Try to get off my finger. Okay. More water. Okay. Come on, cooperate. I might do some brown too. The yellow's not bad. Maybe white. Maybe I should do white. It's going to be later. All right, that was not what I wanted. Let's do brown. It's not showing. Black? I could do black. I don't know if black's too much. White? I'll do white. We'll do gesso. Spatters can be challenging because you don't really know what you're going to get until you do it. I do like spatters, but they can be challenging. All right, let's try this. Nope, not thick enough. More. A toothbrush is sometimes better, but sometimes not. Trying to get there. Thank you. Thank you for finally cooperating. I just want it to have a little more ethereal effect, I guess. I have spatters all over my table. It's okay. It's just the final touch, and I think it will be done. Good. Brush goes in the water. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Luckily, I can clean this off with my magic eraser and it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, I think we're good. Let's dry that. I might curve the edges and we're done. And gotta put my pocket in my thing. All right, dry. Okay, good. There it is. Like, where'd it go? Okay, there. This page took a while, but it'll be pretty, I think. If we can get it in there. If not, I might have to trim it. I hope I don't have to trim it, guys. Where's my double-sided tape? It is hiding. Oh, there. I buried it. The stack is totally going to collapse. Double-sided tape, the really thin one, which is 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Come on. I'm going to do it on my table. You guys all the way zoomed out. Gosh, I should have zoomed back out. I hope you've been able to see. Oops. I knew I'd do that. You guys didn't say anything, did you? Or am I just not seeing chat? That's always a possibility. All right, you didn't say nothing. Hopefully you could see. So I'm trying to stay as close to this edge as I can. So I don't want it to take up. You've been able to see? Okay, good. Whew. I scared myself for a minute there. Nothing worse than that. I've done videos and everybody been off camera. Oh my gosh, my fingers are too sticky. Okay. There's that. I could have used glue, but glue would be more likely to spread further than I want. And since I only have a very limited amount of space, this is safer. I know, right? My desk is usually much cleaner. You are right. I've definitely turned into the messy crafter today. Jimmy Lou will be jealous. Okay, see if I can center this guy. I hope I can get that in there. Yeah, I tried not to make it super tight. Hopefully I can still get this card in there. Let's see. Is it going to fit? Oh, thank you. Thank you, card. Thank you for fitting. That's awesome of you. All right, we're going to round the corners. I think it'll look prettier. You know what? Yeah, I'll round them. I was thinking about not rounding the bottom, but I think I will if I can get that little piece out. Oh my goodness. Is it this? I bet it's too thick. Oh, there. I got it. Just barely. Okay. Good. Ink and be done. Ink, ink, ink. Where did I bury you? Oh, here you are. There you are. So it's all about layering until you like it. In reality, just keep layering. You don't have to do it all in one sitting like I did. Come back to it. You know, do a little one day, do a little another day. I know 2 hours of sitting, 3 hours of sitting for somebody can be a little much. All right, but that is our fairy bee mushroom page. I hope y'all liked it. Oh my goodness. It was a bit of a long one. A bit of a long one for sure. I'm going to show you guys up close so you can see everything. All right, so this is how the whole page looks. All right, my light up here. Get our little textured area. Now I can put matte varnish over this and get rid of any shinies later. Your little fairy sitting on there with her gold wings, and her friend is handing her something. We don't know what it is because I never found anything. I may find something later and put there, but I don't have to. Maybe she's just going to help her up, you know? All right, so this comes out, and we got our ground. Just generic pieces of stuff we had left over. Our background has a stencil on it. It could be a writing spot. Okay, so that is it. I hope you all enjoyed that. It was a long one. I will be back on, I don't even know what today is, Sunday. I will be back on Wednesday. Give me some time to figure out what I'm going to do next. All right, and we'll work some more in this journal. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go cook dinner before my family kills me. Y'all take care. Oh, there, fairy dust. Yeah, I need some sparkles or something. I could put some sparkles, guys. Look, I got a sparkle pen. Here, we'll put some sparkles there. It'll dry in a minute, but I'll show you what it looks like. It's wet. Look. Do you see them? They will sparkle once they dry, but it'll be a blob of sparkles. So maybe it looks like fairy dust. There we go. Easy. Done. I'll dry that with a blow dryer, but not now. All right, y'all take care. I gotta get out of here. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Remember to use my code if you need to buy anything. It's ARTROOM. All right, bye-bye.